Welcome back to Dev Code. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe and like the video and leave the comment if you have any questions. Let's get started. In the world of system architecture and professional software development, logic and precision are everything. But what happens when your data doesn't align? Let's say a user submits a form on your website. They enter their age as a number, but the data is passed to your backend as a string. If you try to run your calculations on that string, your code is going to crash. Today, we are fixing that by mastering typecasting in Python. Now, what is typecasting? It is the process of converting a variable from one data type into another. Simply put it, so your program can use that information effectively. Remember, data types in Python are not unchangeable. There are two different routes for conversion: implicit and explicit. Implicit conversion is automatic. It is done by the Python at the backend. Explicit conversion is manual, done by the developer, that is you, right? And you need to understand that uh, it's very important topic, right? Let's go next. Now, let's discuss and start with implicit. Now, implicit data types conversions is performed automatically by Python's compiler, as we discussed in the previous slide, right? So now you see here there is a robotic arm in a supply chain belt, right? It's performing its task automatically. Similarly, at the back end, Python has a compiler that is automatically uh, making sure that implicit typecasting is happening, right? Now, this only happens with mathematically compatible data types. So what does that mean? So what happens is it it prevents data loss. For example, if you add an integer and a decimal, Python automatically converts the integer to a float. It picks up what is happening behind the scenes. However, it only works with the data types fundamentally compatible, right? So it promotes the smaller data types to larger slash wider ones to prevent data loss. Uh, if you if you this example, right? Combining an integer with the float, you're adding 5 with 2.5. Now you're getting it 7.5. But if you don't have that implicit typecasting, you would lose the zero point 0.5 value. So to make sure that we don't lose that zero point 0.5 value, and we always get the uh, larger data types, it is safer to get uh, the smaller data type converted to the larger data types. So that's what implicit typecasting is, right? Let's go to the next slide. So now we're going to discuss about explicit typecasting. But what if they are not compatible, right? Um, so for example, if you're trying to add string with an integer, what happens then? Now, Python will throw a type error if you try to do that, right? This is where explicit type conversion comes in. This is when you, the developer, steps in and force the conversion using built-in Python functions. The most common ones you will use daily are string, so str with close parentheses, int, float. These are the most common one. You simply type the function name and place the value you want to convert right inside the parentheses. For example, if I need to convert a string into integer, I would simply write an int, and in the close parentheses, I would write that string that I want to convert into integer. Right? For example, if I want to convert a string which is having a value 5, but in double quotes, right? So anything in the quotes is a string. So now I want to convert that 5 with double quotes into string, sorry, into integer. So I would write it simply int, and then in the parentheses, I would write down double quotes 5. That will automatically convert it into integer. When you print the result, you will get the output as a number, as an integer, not as a string. I hope that was clear so far. Now let's move to the next one. Now let's discuss about advanced casting functions. Right? There is a whole range of built-in functions for converting not just numbers, but collections and even characters. For example, you can use ORD to get the Unicode value of a character, handy when you're dealing with the text processing. Right? You can use hex and oct, quickly transforming integer into hexadecimal or octagonal strings, which is great for data representation. Python makes it easy to restructure whole collection, list, tuple, and set let you reshape data based on how you want to store or access it. Turning a list into a set instantly removes duplicates. Dict helps organize paired data into key value relationships and structured accesses. Mastering these advanced casting functions open up all kind of possibilities for manipulating and organizing data. Now let's go further. Let's try and test our understanding with some hands-on practice. Right? So the first question, what result or what will be the output of the following code? Now here we go. Integer, in the close parentheses, we have double quotes 50, a 50 in the double quotes, and we adding it with the 15. Now what will be the result? Now this is, of course, it was a string, but we applied implicit uh, typecasting. Now it has changed into integer. So what will be the answer? Once it's changed into integer, it will go as 65, because now the number will be adding into 50, the value. If we would be adding string 50 with 15, that would be 5015 5015, because when you add a string with the number, that comes as a concatenate function, so it will not add the values, it will concatenate those values. Now the question number 2 is, when we add 10 and 5.5, is Python doing implicit or explicit typecasting? Remember, you are not writing conversion code. It's all automatic. So that is implicit. Now, last question. How do you safely join the number 99 with the word points in a string? You need to use string to convert the number before combining. So string parentheses, in the parentheses you mention score, plus you have quotes point, and then close the quotes. Getting these right shows you thinking a real Python developer. So try practice some more exercises, and it's very important to clear the doubts, and practice as much as possible. The typecasting thing is very important in Python, so make sure you practice. And I'll see you in the next video. Hope you like this video. Please hit the like button if you like it and subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much.